Welcome back to this, the 13th edition of the Holliston Police Log for March 13th through 25, 2020. It happens to start with Friday the 13th, where we lift off, so you won't miss one exciting day in the life of Holliston residents in isolation. I hope you're not superstitious. It took some time to figure out how to produce this show without the usual cast of thousands and to maintain a minimum of 6 feet between me and the 2 trained hamsters running the cameras. COVID-19 is definitely a downer, especially if you catch it. But look on the bright side. This virus has taken a bite out of crime, forcing me to extend our coverage to 13 days. There's that lucky number again. So let's begin. March 13th, road hazard on Washington and Brook. Another road sign fell over without any help from the Holliston drivers. March 14th, 2 citations before 1 a.m. by Officer Charette as he tries to keep busy. 10 a.m., suspicious activity on Northway. Caller reported that something suspicious occurred during the night. We'll send the crime lab over to Suite. On Catherine, smoke and fire was reported in the laundry room. I suppose burning your clothes is one way to kill the virus. More smoke and fire, this time on Washington. The fire department requested police assistance with an illegal burn. Burning brush is one way to fight cabin fever, but call the fire department first. You can get a permit over the phone up until April 30th and avoid a lecture from Holliston's finest. March 15th, midnight. Vehicle stopped with arrest, Washington and Balancing Rock. Officer Charette arrested a Sherburne resident for speeding and OUI liquor. They should have left the party earlier. 1 a.m., 702 Washington. Report of a male with a shopping cart looking into trash containers. That's your financial advisor launching a new career. Animal incident on Stoddard. Caller reported a sick or injured animal lying on the beach, but wasn't sure what type of animal it was. He was advised to leave the scene. An otter was dispatched. An otter ought to know better. Sorry. Crash on Summer. Ashland versus Blackstone. Well, we told you to stay 6 feet apart. March 16th. Crash at Washington and Hollis. Needham versus Framingham. 2 more drivers forgetting to stay 6 feet apart. Citizens request. Caller asked for the phone number for Meals on Wheels. Pretty soon everybody's going to be wanting that number. March 17th, smoke and fire at 89 Cross. Electronics Recyclers International. Other businesses in the building were evacuated. 2 employees were treated, 1 taken to the hospital. This picture shows Deputy Chief Mark Delica's backhoe breaking through the side of the building to gain access to the fire. Our on-call firefighters managed to control this massive fire without further injuries. March 18th, a tree limb down on Underwood. Caller concerned about a branch on the wires. Highway notified, but they said they don't mess with branches on wires. Then Stumpy's was called, but they said they won't come out if the tree is not on private property. Advised to call the select board. No word on what they said. HPD then determined that the tree was not uprooted and therefore was not a threat to the wires. Case closed. Smoke and fire on Prospect. Chimney fire reported. When the fire department arrived, there was a man on the roof. Sorry, you can't get a permit for that. Suspicious activity on the golf course. Report of a female dressed in black sitting on a wall. Gone on arrival. At this point, we'll take all the suspicious activity we can get. There was a noise complaint on Highland. Ongoing issue with barking dogs. Quiet on arrival. Call sooner next time. March 19th. Another wire down. 323 Woodland. Garbage truck snagged an overhead wire. At least it's over and done with, and nobody had to bother the select board. An erratic vehicle on Highland. Caller reports a silver RAV4 tailgating her and then passing her. Gone on arrival. Well, what are you complaining about? Now you're 6 feet apart. March 20th, 1 a.m., noise complaint, Stagecoach and Dorset. Caller can't tell if the loud noise is singing or people screaming. Probably Italian opera. March 21st, animal incident, 1800 block of Washington. Caller said that a cat took off when the back door blew open. Probably had enough of the family hanging around 24/7. Check a 911 call at Pinecrest Golf Course. 2 abandoned calls from a golfer's mobile phone. Is your game that bad that you had to call 911? An erratic driver from Framingham, that's like saying yellow jaundice, was stopped and issued the usual 9010, no license, and 89-4A, unsafe lane changes. 11 p.m., 299 Adams. A deer forgot to look both ways before crossing. Highway called. March 22nd, complaint. Person said that someone from Lewiston, Maine called him on his lost mobile phone and then threatened to beat him up. Then turned off the phone. Well, I guess he won't be going up there to retrieve it. March 23rd, crash at Norfolk and Central. A Milford RAV4 versus an Attleboro Kia. March 24th, 1 a.m., community interaction, Washington and High. A person walking said that he was going to a neighbor's house. I think this should have been listed as suspicious activity. Crash at Washington and High. What are the chances that another RAV4 would crash into another Kia? March 25th, lastly, suspicious activity on Tracy Lynn. Caller reports observing 2 males taking pictures of the caller's house as they ran by. No word on how or if the caller was dressed. During the reporting period, 8 citations and 4 warnings were issued. Another record. Welcome to Holliston, 1955. 7 erratic drivers were reported, and dispatchers logged 507 calls. K-9 Mattis continued his search for narcotics at HPD and practiced being obedient. Good boy. But wait, there's more. Our government has asked us to work from home to slow the spread of the coronavirus. For some, it's hard. For others, it's easy. For instance, for astronauts, the Navy, and government employees. Meanwhile, Keith at True Value Hardware in Holliston says business is booming as all those people working from home tackle those little jobs on the honey-do list. Well, that's our report for this week, so let's be careful out there. For the Holliston Police Log, I'm Paul Saulnier.